wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. You are watching Life with Ben, exclusively on PTV.
In the last episode, I showed you the bedrooms, the office, and the bathroom, and how Arnie and Doug handled them for Christmas. Now I'm going to show you the family room and kitchen. This is their kitchen and Starbucks tree. They handle a lot of ornaments here, and the majority of them are from Starbucks, and a lot of them come from the Disney parks. They also have the garland here all the way across their kitchen. How long ago did you guys have the electrical package installed up above your cabinets?
When we moved in.
Okay, so that was one of the things they did when they moved in. They wanted to make sure that they could feature lighting above the cabinets. Here is the rest of it over here. And you saw this in a recent episode of mine where Doug was putting the new blow mold into place. Next, we're gonna go on Soarin' Over Noelville. This is the collection that Doug collected for, it's 10 years, I think. It started in, 2005 or 2006?
2006 to 2015.
Okay. And it's just little buildings that represent shops and stores that make up a little village called Noelville. Doug has been putting this together like this for years, and it is always one of my favorite parts of the forest. Over here next to the back door is Santa. This is the Santa that came from where?
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. That's right. You guys put him in the back seat with a seatbelt on, didn't you?
Yeah, last Labor Day, he was sitting in the back seat of the Corolla.
On the wall next to the kitchen is the Season's Treatings tree. The most recent ornament here is right here at the bottom, which is at eye level for me and Arnie. And hanging out next to the tree is this year's harvest garland. Next to the harvest garland is the Disney Village. This is Main Street. This is actually my ceramic building collection that Arnie and Doug display every year. It works better at their house, which is why it's here and not at my own place. And I don't mind it because having it here means that it's part of the entire forest and it becomes a very, very special part of the display. And this one features 3 of the trees here in the forest. The ceramic Disney Village represents buildings on Main Street at Disneyland. The collection comes from Sears in 1988. Next to the village is the wreath that hangs over the fireplace here at the villa. Here's the mantle with the bubble lights. This is part of Doug's childhood. He always grew up with bubble lights. Did you always have pine cones on your garland as well, Doug? No, okay. Well, the pine cones is Doug's addition. Just like the harvest garland, Doug takes the time to make sure that the garland here on the mantle is perfect. And you can see, yes, indeed, it is. Of course, you can't have a fireplace without stockings. Here's Arnie, Doug, and I might not live here, but I still have a stocking here too.
The holidays are coming. Don't let Christmas get ruined. With the must-have recipe book filled with holiday treats, 25 must-bake cookies, or Christmas is ruined. For just $25, shipping included, you'll get every recipe you need to turn your kitchen into Santa's favorite stop. Incredible delights like molasses, cranberry, eggnog, classic gingerbread, and 21 more that make Christmas taste like Christmas. 25 must-bake cookies or Christmas is ruined. Bake the joy back into your holidays.
Next is the snowman family that sits directly underneath the crystal grove. There are 3 trees in this grove. One is 4 feet, is it 4 feet tall?
The smallest one is 4 feet.
4, 5, and 6. So 4 feet, 5, 6. You get what I'm saying. It's nothing but white, silver, glass. This is one of the featured trees of the forest. This is the actual crystal tree. It grew out of the concept of being able to come up with a place to house a special collection of Swarovski crystal ornaments that Arnie and Doug started collecting back in 2004, I think.
Right. We then went back and got 2001, 2002, and 2003 just to fill out the century.
I don't know how many icicles they have on here, but it's just so full of everything. It's literally dripping in crystal and glass. So, so beautiful. And of course, this is one of the featured trees as well. This is the nostalgia tree. It is the only 9-foot tree in the forest. Goes all the way up to the ceiling. Features all kinds of ornaments that are well over 50 years old. Of course, it also gives us a hint of pop culture and nostalgia. This is always one of my favorite trees. And I'm sure if you were here, you'd be able to look at it for hours and find an ornament on here that you'd probably want a klepto. I know I do. We still have a little bit more of the forest to go, but we're going to wrap it up for now. Come back in the next episode to see the last part of the forest. Remember, adventure is out there.